Hey everyone, it's Blue Lizard Jello and welcome back to Everything Possible in the Surge 2. Last time we took out Major General Ezra's shield, and then Athena, well, I guess she wasn't feeling too good, Mr. Stark, and she did get Thanos, and she became one with the swarm. But it does seem that her consciousness is still with us, as evidenced by the little nanite concentration that we found just outside this door. But clearly things have really gone a bit odd for Jericho City. We're going to have to get to the bottom of that, but before we go any further, let's take a look. Let's take a look at the gear we'll be using. I am using the General's ACU version 2.0 as well as the AID Type 11 Overseer. Both of them doing incredible damage, both at Mark 6, and I'll be showing off the Punching Gloves combo moveset a few times today in this episode. As far as the armor goes, I have the Polaris headgear, Liquidator body gear, the Urban arms, and then the Scarab leg gear. You will notice I'm finally getting away from the Stranger's face mask, and I don't have a single partial set bonus going, but that's okay. The set bonuses don't always have to be used. Today I'm going for a bit more fashion and functionality than the set bonuses. So you'll see some of these at play, especially getting the extra impact from the Urban arm gears is just going to be absolutely incredible. For implants, I have the Metavoltaic Injection, Unyielding Stabilizers, Super Oxygenating Injection, which as you know I will forget to use. The Deflection Damage Enhancer, we're going to be getting an upgrade to this later on in this episode, but in the meantime, 10% extra damage, not too bad. Adrenal Harvester, Toxic Filter, another one we'll be getting an upgrade for very shortly. Directional Block Analyzer, Battery Adrenalizer, and the Kinetic Inject Charger. Notice I don't have the Omni Health Audit. In other words, I don't know how much health my enemies will have, so I just have to be on the lookout for getting those cuts. Also, I have increased the gamma correction in the in-game settings. Hopefully that'll help, because in the underground it can get a little bit dark. I'm just trying to find the balance between brightness though and the saturation, because this game does have a lot of good colors and I want to make sure that we can see those without them being too washed out. Now we have a lot of these nanite beasts. You can see some pulsating on the walls here, so we need to be careful. But let's see if we can draw this one's attention and back up. Sure enough, start doing some damage. You can see there in the bottom left hand corner, that was such a quick kill. I got a stack of 10. Remember what I said in the last episode. The ACU will give you a buff to your attack speed and your stability the more you attack. We are going to start getting some enemies that are dropping some very high level material. So the nanite beasts in this area will drop Mark 7 tungsten alloys, which is going to be really good for increasing our damage, because in this episode alone we should be fighting, let's go ahead and store that, 3 bosses. Granted, 2 of them are exactly the same. Let's head down here so you can see there's a lot of toxic sludge around. We do have some enemies with new weapons and a new armor type that we want to be farming. We also have a section over there that's going to have some of the smaller nanite beasts and some of the larger ones. You can see one of the larger ones right there. In fact, let's see if we can't... Oh, he just jumped over to that wall and now he's out of range. Well, let's see if we can get closer and bring him down with my drone. Nope, it does not appear so. Alright, so let's grab some Omni Cells. These are going to be dotted around the map. And then don't forget to come back here, get some advanced tech scrap. Not too bad. And what I'd like to do is kind of make a really big circle. Sometimes I go left, but this time I think we'll go right. Deal with some of the nanite beasts before we deal with anything else here. And let's see, where's the other one hiding? There he is, and here he is. Alright, he's always going to charge us like that. See if we can get... Nope, watch that. See if we can get a nice block going. Or just go for the cut. That works for me. And it looks like we have gotten one of these enemies' attention. That is alright. Let's go for the weapon arm first. I do love this weapon. One of my other returning favorites from the Surge one. Oh, missed both of those blocks. That's okay. Absolutely love this weapon in the first one, and I enjoy it equally in the second one, the Volatile Spectre. So this is a single rigged weapon dealing 198 damage, 26 impact, 105% attack speed, 80% energy gain, 109% stamina consumption, and 32 electric damage. Beautiful weapon. These enemies are also wearing the Lynx armor, so another returning armor set from the original Surge. We'll be farming most of that as we go along in this section. Now, because there are so many Omni cells dotted around, oop, that one was coming towards me. I'd like to pick off some of these smaller ones. Does not take a whole lot here. There we are, and then we just pick up some more Omni cells. We have another nanite beast who just flew over to the right. Good, we can take care of him. Now he's probably going to charge at us once he knows where we are. Here we go. Oh, and I actually got a little bit too close. Okay, was actually trying to go for his arm there. That's all right. So we're getting Mark III implant circuitry though, so that is also a welcome addition. Also, you notice one of my implants is giving me a free injectable pre-charge for every time that I get something severed, which is very, very welcome. He kind of came out of nowhere. There's the cut already, so now I'm going to get another one of my Medivol tag pre-charges. Beautiful. This setup is just absolutely deadly. Once you get the full Cerberus arm gear, the ACU becomes even better. There we are, so that should take care of all the nanite beasts here. Get some more advanced tech scrap back there. Now notice this mag lift, it is magnetically sealed. We have to use our starfish module up top. Oh, let's go ahead and get some healing going. I might as well start using my super oxygenating injection. And there is an NPC up there. It's not an enemy, although he does look like it. And if you get the attention of some of these other enemies, and bring them over here, he'll actually help you take care of them. Not that we really need it, but he's going to have a very interesting quest for us. This gateway right here, it is a scanner gate, and even though it seems to be defunct, if you walk through it, it will actually trigger all the enemies. So I recommend just leaving it alone. In fact, part of his questline is going to involve you walking through it. And let's see, let's go for the body on this gear. Actually, we can go for the weapon arm. You can see he's actually trying to help us out right now. I appreciate the help. Don't really need it. In fact, kind of don't want it. I would rather get the cuts here. There it is. Get that pre-charge going. Beautiful, and we get the schematic for the Lynx arm gear. I love the Lynx in the first Surge. This was something that I often found myself starting with every time I started that game, but a partial set bonus of reducing the stamina cost of performing evasive moves, and the full set bonus will increase your attack speed for a moderate duration, and as you get kills, you can stack that effect. You can increase that very, very significantly. Let's grab this battery here, just store one of our oxygenating. In fact, why not just use one, just because otherwise I will forget. We're going to get both a schematic here as well as a new implant for cutting off his head. But tell you what, why don't we deal with that as soon as we take care of this enemy. There we are. This way we'll get two schematics. There is the leg gear. And then over here, as I said, we are going to get a new implant, the Deflection Auto Healer. This one, if you are practicing your directional blocks, this can prove incredibly useful. While it does take 7 core power, you'll restore 20 health just for getting a successful directional block. And of course, there is the headgear schematic as well. Oh, and here I am being a fool and just walking right through that. And unfortunately, the starfish does not turn it off, but we've already killed the enemies in the immediate area, so none of the other ones are going to be joining. We have another nanite concentration, so Athena will be talking to us momentarily, but let's just finish off the enemies that are in this area. Here's one right here, and we need the body. And there's the cut. He was about to become enraged. There it is. And might as well get the arm on him, get some more upgrade materials. And inside this loot cache, we get the anti-toxic array. This is going to be a direct upgrade to the one implant that we already have. So this one, it is reducing the rate of poison effects, and it also reduces the duration of the poison affliction, but it has 200 poison defense as opposed to the toxic filter, which only has 200. and we can actually swap this out right away. Perfect. Now we're very close to our core power cab, so we'll have to do a little bit of implant switching just a little bit later on. Lots of enemies here. That's all right. And in fact, we can just get the cut right on this guy right away. ACU doing a fabulous job. Working perfectly. All right. What do you want to do for me? I just can hardly ever time those right on these guys. I don't want to get too close here. Don't want to get toxicked. Oh, got the kill. That's all right. We can deal with that. In fact, we can store one of our charges here. Over here, that was another implant that we already had. It was a directional block analyzer, so we just got some more circuitry. And then over on this island here, we have just a little bit of scrap as well as some more Omni cells. So that is this main area clear. So there's nothing else we need to do. Again, we have to approach him from the top, but we have some more very dangerous enemies coming up. But until then, let's listen to Athena.
I knew you'd come for me. This is where your real story begins.
She doesn't have much to say. We'll run back and get the large tech scrap that she left behind. There's some more Omni cells here. And you can see, looking at this map, it actually tells us that we are below Babylon Gardens. So we are certainly underground. Let's grab this large tech scrap. Now the enemies coming up can be, well, not these immediate ones, but the ones that are going to be coming up just a little bit later. They're not going to have necessarily new weapons, but it's a new version of some of the weapons we already have, I should say. Instant kill there. And might as well go for the head. Anytime I can get some more upgrade materials is going to be better. In fact, what I should be focusing on is my leg gear. If you notice when I was showing off my gear, my leg gear not very upgraded simply because I don't have a lot of those materials. So I need to be going for those cuts whenever possible. Oh, that was a very, very quick and nasty kill there. Getting kills without even trying now. I love that you can see the shadow of the guy kind of waiting for us. And let's see, what do you have for us? Looks like he is actually rocking the mangled articulators, but we already picked those up, so we didn't really need them. Now that enemy straight ahead, and there's another enemy kind of waiting in the wings off to the right. Let's see if I can target the right spot here. Well, he's not showing it. Oh, there we are. So when it has a purple shield like this, that means that they are basically defragged. We've heard about defrag before, but that is an infliction of nanites. In other words, he now has some part of his body that has been inflicted with nanites, and in this case, he's going to have the chrysalis armor specifically on that body part. In this case, it's going to be the left arm. But these enemies also have defragged versions of some of the popular weapons that we've been getting, so we do want to try and get their weapon cut whenever possible. The problem is, yep, here is this enemy right here, so let's get a nice quick kill, and then we can deal with the other guys coming up. Just got to be careful. The other one patrolling, we don't want him to sneak up on us if we can help it. So we just got that implant circuitry Mark II. The other enemy is usually right up here. So what I want to do is wait for him to kind of patrol back that way. There we go. And, oh, this is going to work out nicely because he has his right arm is his inflected part. There we are. Perfect. So we got the cut there. We'll deal with this guy now. Now notice they have some new attacks, but we can still focus on some of their old ones. Don't want to get the kill. There we are. There's the cut. And now let's collect all the loot. So tungsten alloy Mark 7, but more importantly, we get the chrysalis arm gear. This is a new schematic for us. The Chrysalis set, another returning armor set from the original Surge. The partial set bonus would give us an increased nano damage plus 20, which is very good paired with some of the higher nanite weapons. And then the full set bonus, every time we kill an enemy, it increases our damage for a moderate duration. So the Lynx gear gives us increased attack speed. The Chrysalis will give us increased damage, and subsequent kills can stack multiple times. Oh, and it doesn't look like we actually got the weapon. That is a shame. That's okay. We do have more opportunities to get the same weapons here very, very soon. This item over there, that loot pyramid you can see, that is actually obtained by entering the underground from one of the other various locations around Jericho City. Don't worry, we will be collecting that. Now, down here, let me go ahead and grab a little bit of loot. This is actually the way forward, right around, actually over there to the left. But let's grab this audio log. That's over to my right. First off, we just grab some more Mark III circuitry. And as we listen to this, I'm going to make our way towards the NPC we saw at the top of that magnetically sealed lift.
Attention all students. Last night, we found the remains of your classmate Brian Morrison in the security corridor below CIT. Despite our best efforts, we weren't able to find a cure for his defrag in time. Brian took his own life at the age of just 19. This is a very hard time for us, but we have to focus on the future now. We'll give Brian a proper memorial service once the current crisis is over. Stay vigilant.
Very, very sad story about one of the kids apparently afflicted by defrag, but whether or not we're getting the true story, that is another question entirely. So we have this NPC that we need to talk to, but we also have this incredible implant, the Deflection Supercharger. So this is a booster implant. It takes 8 core power, but it gives you an extra 30% damage and 25 energy restored for any successful directional block. So again, another upgrade to the Deflection Damage Enhancer. The problem is we don't really have the core power to use this as is. So what I'm going to do is I am going to swap out the Deflection Damage Enhancer, but then I also need to switch something else out. And I think that I will get rid of the battery adrenalizer. I'm not really having too much problem with my stamina, and I do have the super oxygenating injector, so I can always do that. And then I do have, let's see, I have spot for one more, so I think at this point what I will do is actually put on the Omni Health Observer. So might as well at least fill out that spot. Perfect. So that's going to be a huge damage increase, and as you're going to see with the next 3 bosses, which we are going to fight in this episode, I'm going to be taking them out very quickly with that implant. Right, let's meet a new NPC.
Hello, fellow survivor. Doing a bit of research. What? Very good. I like your spirit. In fact, your violent urges might be just what I need. Excellent. Sorry, I forgot my manners. Look at us. Wallowing in filth without even knowing each other's names. I'm St Croix, Professor Okunjo St Croix, formerly of CREO. Back at CREO, I worked on Gene Barrett's team. Did a couple of experiments until the nanites became kinda self-aware. Now they are taking over the world, taking over people, warping them beyond recognition and turning them into mindless zombies. Zombies! That's what we call them where I'm from. Most of my former colleagues have been possessed, but I alone can save them. I swear to you, friend, I just need their old prototypes. My old colleagues won't give them up willingly. They got the devil inside. The only road to success is to kill at least 3 and take what's needed.
I do like St. Croix, but I have to say, the way that he's holding his gun really doesn't make any sense. It's kind of going under those tubes of his Polaris armor. He also mentioned Gene Barrett. If you played the Surge 1, Gene Barrett is the one who created the Proteus-type robots, and, well, we'll be running into those rather shortly. So we have to kill 3 infected scientists and bring back the parts to St. Croix, and then he'll give us the next step. Inflicted scientists, though, are absolutely no joke, not whatsoever. So we're making our way back here. This time we're going to go through this hole in the wall. You can see we do have a spot to use our lifter hook. And here we're going to run into the next boss, or I should say the first boss of this episode. We can fight the same exact boss twice. In fact, we've already fought him once before. By the way, if you don't want to fight him, that is completely understandable. You can just kind of give it a wide berth. It is an optional boss. You just need to run to that door, and that's going to bring you to the CIT. But if you want to fight it, which I encourage you to do so, just charge this loot cache in the center. And now we have the Delvar Echo Alpha. This is simply the Delvar Echo Phase 2 that we fought already. And if you can get the deflectional parries, this is going to go very, very smoothly for you indeed. Remember, anytime he does his bite like this, just block and then get ready for the melee. And look at that damage, 1414. Watch the bites though. In fact, let's get some stamina going. So if you remember this fight from Gideon's Rock, this phase is exactly the same. When he goes on the wall, just run away until he throws these nanite particles down. Hit him. We don't want him regaining health, and then get out of the way. Oh, took a little bit of damage. But we just have to do this a few more times. Block the bite. Block. And then just one more. We'll be able to get some good damage on him thanks to that new implant we got. There it is. 1400. Good. Just making sure all my pre-chargers are filled. Okay, big nanite hit there. If you get too far away, he will do that charge that you cannot block, so just make sure that you dash out of the way. Block the bite. And we get a chance to fight him again as soon as we either leave the area or find a medbay. And let's just finish him off. There we are. For defeating Delvar Echo Alpha, we get the Energetic Speed Intensifier. This is another booster implant. It takes 8 core power and it increases our attack speed by 4% as long as we have 3 or more batteries filled. Right, so along with a good amount of tech scrap, that is all we get from that fight. Now over here, we have this wall. It is a corrupted structure. Let's go ahead and heal up. We can't destroy it yet. It says that it can be destroyed by powerful attacks, but it does require a special ability. That is absolutely the truth. So nothing we can do with that yet. Grab this large piece of advanced tech, and let's move on. We're going to come back and fight him again. This time, it's not going to be, even though it'll say it's Delvar Alpha, it is going to be the phase 1 of the Delvar fight. Right, so we have the left arm is corrupted here, but we do want to get his weapon arm. So I'm going to bait this enemy back if I can, because I don't want to fight the other enemy that's patrolling. Oh, it actually looks like they're both Chrysalis. That's perfect. Oop. This is bad. This is really bad. Not at all what I hoped for. Okay, so this other one doesn't seem like it's going to give me a reprieve. Okay, when he does that, remember, cannot be blocked. There's the block. Perfect. That's what I was hoping for. And we got the kill instead. That's unfortunate. But we're going to be coming right back through once we've reset. And then we can try our hand again to get that weapon. And if I don't get it now, I will be getting it off camera. That was the voice of Jonah Guttenberg, so we are very close. You can see the seal for CIT. Down here, this door is not going to do anything for us just yet, so we can just grab some more Omni cells, which I'm already at the capacity of 999. Here, I'm just going to leave them since I can't do anything with it, but here we have the split cleaver again that I would really like. Making sure we are only focusing on that arm. There's the cut. Perfect. That's what I was hoping for. Because while he does have the split cleaver, it is the defragged split cleaver. So it is a double-duty weapon, 240 damage, 24 impact, 90% attack speed, 70% energy gain, 155% stamina consumption. You know, these double-duty weapons, as much as I love them, they take a ton of stamina, but 19 nanite damage. Really, really excited about these defragged weapons. And let's see, he just has his arms here, so we'll just go ahead and go for that. Might as well get the materials at the very least. There we are. Some Mark 7 material, more Omni cells. We don't need them. And this is going to bring us into CIT, resetting the encounter, but we also have a medbay up there that we'll go rest at before we run back down and take out the Delvar Alpha one more time. There is our dear friend Harold, not looking so hot. But again, all we want to do right now, we're just going to listen to this audio log, we're going to rest at the medbay, and go take out the Delvar again. Not even going to disassemble any of my scrap or even store any. Let's just listen to this nanite research log.
Studying the nanobeast's brain has opened my eyes to an inescapable truth. I always thought it was some sort of mutated animal, but I was wrong. This beautiful creature was created from nothing but nanites. It's the world's first nanite life form, but there's something else preying on my mind. Despite its unmistakable origins, the creature shares some DNA with me.
And also, one of my viewers, Danny, did also mention that I forgot to listen to the other Kyle Baxter log, the Pod Shots Returns 4 out of 4. So I will listen to this, and thank you very much for reminding me as I go and kill these next enemies.
Back. This is Podshot, your favorite source for Ironmouse gossip, news, and reviews. Breaking news hot off the press. Earlier today, movie production company Neuroflix replaced Ironmouse actor Kyle Baxter with an AI robot. The robot will play Ironmouse in all future movie production, and even record new actors' commentaries for all 8 films starring Kyle Baxter. Now, some of you may remember my, very public feud with Mr. Baxter. Some of you probably expect me to gloat now. So let me just say this. Who has the last laugh now? Ha-ha! Not Kyle Baxter, that's for sure. You just gotta love this technological revolution. They could replace anyone now, even podcast hosts. They wouldn't do that, would they?
Very interesting take there. It looks like we have another piece of chrysalis gear. Perfect. Watch that nanite throw. Back up. Now, this time when we fight the Delvar, it is only going to be worth some tech scrap. It is simply for the fact of completion that I want to go fight him this second time. You're not going to get any new implant, no new weapons, but hey, we're here, so why not? But you can see this is not phase 2 anymore, this is just phase 1. So it's just going to be a matter of getting all these timings down, which that was a terrible first attempt. I'm going to be using the ACU this time around just for something different. Get the buff here. There we are. 1888, not too bad at all. See just how quickly this can go. Even without deflectional parries, could probably just take him out right here. You have another one in you? There it is. And there is the second time fighting the Delvar Echo Alpha. We do get a little bit more circuitry because he would have dropped that implant, but we had already taken him out. And some more tech scrap. Right, well I said that we're going to fight 3 bosses. That is 2 out of 3 already completed. Let's head back up into CIT, go kill one more familiar boss, and then we'll go talk to Jonah Guttenberg before we wrap up.
I'm so sorry, friend. I cannot move. My defense routines are all clogged up. The hackers have me right where they wanted. I'm a useless metallic vegetable. I don't know how much longer I can hold back the nanite virus corrupting my OS.
Poor Harold. Well, we have a lot of tech scrap. Let's at least dump it. I'm not going to upgrade anything just yet, but at least we can go into this next fight relatively safe and sound. You should be able to recognize where we are. That is where we first entered the CREO Institute of Technology, just over there, but clearly nanites have taken over. That's another one of those structures I can't destroy just yet, but we're about to see a familiar face. Let's switch to our lace pistol before we go listen to Brother Eli.
Professor, I know you're in there. Thought you'd seen the last of old Eli, huh? Guess again. Dying means nothing to me, and killing even less. You can't hide behind that flimsy door forever. Soon, every single one of your little secrets shall be mine.
If you didn't get the Hammer of Force conversion in the first Brother Eli fight, you can cut off his right arm to get it this time. Otherwise, you can just focus on any of his body parts to take him out. He does have 2 of the Spark Defenders, or the Spark Aspirants, with him. We do want to take them out using my lace pistol. What I want to do, though, is wait for the one to kind of patrol back so we can hop down, kill him, because that is going to trigger the Brother Eli fight. Right. There we go.
You're the one who killed me. Well, guess what? I'm better than ever, traitor.
One killed.
And now,
The other one is
it's
going to
your
be joining
time
him.
to die.
That is actually going to give us the chrysalis headgear because we did get the cut with our drone. If you didn't know you could do that, you most certainly can. And I think we're just going to go for body shots this time around. Watch the nanite. You can see that he is now inflicted with the defrag himself, so he does have some supercharged nanite attacks. Ooh, taking a lot of nanite damage though. Okay, good stability damage. Nope. Definitely need some more stamina. Let's use my super oxygenating injection again. Massive damage, 1,500 damage. Oop, trying to knock him out of that. Ooh, nice, that was a nice fake out there by Brother Eli. Almost got him. And there it is. So Brother Eli offline. You would have gotten an achievement for taking him out a second time here. We do get the critical oxygenator for killing him. This is a booster implant, takes 5 core power consumption. It gives you 25% stamina regeneration, but only when your health is low. They are definitely seeming to suggest that if you wanted to build a low health build, you certainly could, but that's a bit scary for my taste. There is the chrysalis headgear. And now, let's just make our way back up into the laboratory to talk to Jonah Guttenberg.
Laboratory.
Hang in there, Athena. I'm with you all the...
I saw what you did out there. Harold let me down in my hour of need, but you came through as I always knew you would. It was him, wasn't it? Brother Eli in the flesh. Let's hope he stays down for good this time. The children of the Spark have been conducting nanite experiments that may eclipse even my own findings. I surmise we just witnessed the result, and that's not even the worst. Athena has been consumed by the nanite swarm. With everything I've learned, we might be able to pull her out, but we're running out of time. I hate to say this, but I need you out there one more time. I'll need massive amounts of energy to get this right. The only thing powerful enough to make it happen is the goddamn spark itself. Our friend Eli had a lot of followers, you know? You'll find those wretched zealots worshipping the spark in Port Nixon's old power plant. Once there, you'll have to go up their magnetic zip lines if you want to get inside the cathedral. Here, take this gadget. You'll find it invaluable. I used to do business with them back in the day. Matriarch Celeste can be a very convincing woman. In the end, though, our views on nanites differed more than I thought. Let's leave it at that. Those zealots call it Cathedral of the Spark, but you won't find it if you look for a church. It shouldn't be hard to miss if you keep your eyes open for a pair of eerie-looking cooling towers down in the Harbor District. Yes, I did, but now's not the time to talk. Our mission comes first. I hope you understand. I know I can help you. There's only one more thing I need to ascertain. Everything will be revealed in time, my friend. Tell me about it. Strange name for an innovative contraption. It was supposed to solve all our energy problems at once. In the end, it proved too unstable. CREO was very happy to wash its hands of that damn piece of junk. Of course, that made it all the more alluring to those fanatics. Goodbye for now.
So we finally get the lifter hook, the complement to the force hook. This will allow us to go up these zip lines instead of just down them. So Jonah has learned something about us, but he doesn't feel that it's the right time to tell us. Maybe it's because we haven't rescued Athena yet? Well, even though this has been a shorter episode, we've taken out 3 bosses, we got the lifter hook, and now we are in a world that is rather consumed by the nanites, and everything is going to be different from here on out. So I think this is a good spot to end this episode of Everything Possible in the Search 2. We can use our lifter hook to get to the top. You can see that there is another one of those barriers just down here, but we do have a little bit of loot, so don't forget to grab your large pile of metal scrap. But as we approach the door that'll lead us out into Gideon's Rock, that is going to do it for this episode of Everything Possible in the Search 2. I hope you learned something, and if you did, please leave me a comment below and let me know what you learned. And if I missed something, or if you have your own better strategies for dealing with any of the bosses we fought today, leave me that in a comment as well so we can all keep learning. But I want to thank you all so much for watching, and I will see you next time.